Let's start injury report. First one to go down was Danny Mendick today. Collision down the left field line, Steve, with Adam Hazley. Jake Berger was in the vicinity too, but Danny Mendick looked like he was favoring that right leg, and it didn't look good when he was coming off, not putting any weight on there. You hate to see it happen on a play like this because it's avoidable.
Yeah, we've seen this far too often with this squad for, I would say, probably about 2.5 years now at this point. Just very poor communication on fly balls and pop-ups, defenders coming together far too often. I'm not really sure what exactly Daryl Boston is doing to try to help alleviate this issue and to try to prevent it from happening with as much regularity as it does. But obviously, whatever they're doing is not working because this just continues to be a problem. And you hope that Danny Mendick isn't seriously injured because he has provided quite a spark for this team over the last couple of weeks. And you would hate to see all of that kind of wiped away by an injury that frankly didn't need to happen and was caused again by just poor communication.
Yeah, right. And it's especially tough when it's one thing to lose a bench guy. You never want to see anyone get injured, but it's one thing if it's kind of a depth bench guy and you can kind of roll along and fill the void elsewhere. But Mendick's been the one helping fill that void. And I know that Tim Anderson's back. It just feels like this trade 1-for-1 that we've been doing all damn season. We've seen it with relievers. One arm comes back, one goes on the IL. We've seen it with position players, with Moncada going down as soon as Timmy comes back. But it as nice as it's been to see Josh Harrison step up over the first two games of this series, I still have more faith in Danny Mendick to do it consistently.
You're absolutely right. And we joke about this in the group text all the time, that it's always something. Right. For whatever the reason, this team is just so snake bit this year that it almost is becoming a running joke at this juncture that they're just simply not going to have a fully healthy squad at any point this year, and they're just going to have to plug and play and come to the reality that someone of a varying level of importance is going to be on the IL at all times.
Right. Yeah. We just accept it and hashtag it's always something, that kind of trend that we use on twitter.com when we're giving out some of these injury updates. All right. No further update after the game on Mendick. So we'll wait to hear from that. Check ontapsportsnet.com for updates as they become available. Moving on to the next one, Adam Engel. Couldn't really pinpoint exactly what happened here, Steve, but he did not look right in his at-bat in the third inning. Looked to be favoring his right leg as well. And then they said it was right hamstring tightness that he exited with here. This one is a little bit concerning just given Adam Engel's history of hamstring issues.
Yeah, this is very troubling given the fact that he missed, 3.5 months of the 2021 season with those hamstring problems. So now you add that into the mix here, and we all know what he has done defensively for this team, filling in as a fourth outfielder. And the bat has been a little bit slow to get going this season, but we know that there is pop in that lineup, in that bat, and we know that he can provide some versatility to this lineup and do some different things. So now you take that out of the equation here, and you're relying on someone like an Adam Hazley, potentially, or looking at maybe Tony's baby boy, Gavin Sheets, getting the call back up here into the mix. But this, again, is just another one of these lower body, soft tissue injuries that this team has been plagued with for several years now.
Right. Moncada dealing with the hamstring right now as well. Obviously, you touched on Adam Engel and what that means for him there. I feel bad because, granted, he wasn't going as well, I think, offensively as some of the other guys who have started to heat up as of late. However, he did have a nice RBI double to kind of kickstart a little bit of action in that game last night. So there have been little spurts here and there with Adam Engel. And then, of course, now he goes down with that hammy today. So once again, no further update from the White Sox on him post game here, at least as of our recording, shortly after here, 4:40 p.m. After the game. Now let's move on to the next one. Luis Robert, he left the game. This one not as serious though. Said it was leg soreness. He was removed. They said he felt it in the 6th inning, but he stayed in until through the 7th inning, exits the game. They said he's expected to play tomorrow. So that's a good update there. Would have been devastating to see another outfielder go down here, especially after Adam Engel too. All right. And then one that kind of is, maybe a little bit concerning now. I know he's a warrior. This guy wants to play through everything, but Jose Abreu is laboring whenever he has to run, man. He needs a few days off, I think.
It's very apparent that something is bothering Jose Abreu. from a lower extremity standpoint, we obviously don't know what that is, and they may not release what that is publicly. I think it's going to be a scenario where we know he's going to fight tooth and nail to stay in this lineup, at least in some capacity, to DH. So this could give Andrew Vaughn an opportunity to play at first base for a little bit of time here and try to take some pressure off of Jose Abreu's legs, letting him DH here a little bit. So I find it hard to believe that he's going to be taken out of the lineup. Maybe he doesn't play tomorrow as just a precaution, and then you see him DH the remainder of the series this weekend against Baltimore. But I would even be surprised by that, just knowing his mentality and mindset.
Right, like you said, he's going to fight tooth and nail to get in there. He is going to be probably pestering Tony La Russa, even if he has to sit out in the dugout. I'm sure he will be, and be clamoring for a pinch hit opportunity if they do somehow keep him out of the starting lineup. But I think it will be in his best interest and the team's best interest moving forward, because we still got a lot of baseball left to play this season. We ain't even at the All-Star break yet. Shit, we're still like a month away from the All-Star break here. So
we're not even at the halfway point.
Right. Let's get Jose Abreu right, because obviously he is a key cog of this lineup, right in the middle, right in the heart of the order there. So that about wraps it up injury report wise. I am also, if you can see here, I am being further evaluated too. I don't know what it is. Maybe a cheering, it pulled something cheering last night, maybe a little oblique issue, but either way, your podcast host, you're being further evaluated as well. So,
Johnny, you're just like the rest of us, day to day.